Let's play a little game of Did I Do That?
Okay. You haven't made up a game in a long time. Let's see what we got going on here.
I have a list of 90s fads.
Oh.
Can you tell me the 90s fads that did you do that?
Oh, I just say whether I participated in the fad or not?
Well, then tell me,
Okay.
if you enjoyed it. I don't
Sure.
know, man.
Sure.
Anything goes in the dojo. Fanny packs.
Oh, yeah. I remember specifically a childhood memory of my mother having a yard sale and me employing a fanny pack to sell my 8 toy figurines and putting my $3 that I made in my fanny pack.
I don't think I ever had a fanny pack.
No?
Surprisingly.
Never? I feel like
want one now. I
feel like if you were born between 1978 and 1994, you rollerbladed with a fanny pack on.
Who was it at our school that used to have a coin dispenser on his belt? Remember someone had one of those?
I don't recall. Did we go to the same school?
I could swear that someone had that. Downloading music on Napster.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And I'm still mad at Metallica, honestly. Still hate Metallica.
So I never did Napster. I was a LimeWire boy, and my computers show that.
Napster, BearShare, LimeWire, FrostWire, Kazaa, all sorts of stuff.
Beanie Babies. Tons.
Yeah, not many. I did have some, but not many. My cousin from California, she had 250 of them. She had damn near.
So she's the richest person that you know. It's the equity of my Beanie Babies.
Those, by the way, that Beanie Babies doc that's on, I think it's HBO, is fucking fascinating to see how
all those moms,
crazy it actually was. Yeah.
I think I might have 40 plus. So maybe one episode you can just tell me how much all my Beanie Babies cost. How much they're all worth now.
I'll type them in.
Yeah. Furby.
Yeah, I did have a Furby. Didn't really care for it. I do recall my sister's Furby making noises in her closet at all hours of the night.
I didn't have one. My sister had one. Bleached hair / bleached tips.
No, never did that. Never. Thank God I never did that. So there's no bad pictures of that. I luckily never really had a bad hairstyle, but only because I just would buzz my head from day one.
I never had bleached tips. I had bleached hair when I was a senior in high school, and it came out orange.
I do recall that hair. It was real bad.
It was real ugly. Real stinky. Saying, "Was that?" I still do it, so.
It's still funny.
It is. Gets me every time. Troll dolls.
I don't know if I missed out on this, if I was never afforded the opportunity. I don't remember owning a troll doll at all.
You know who loved troll dolls?
Who?
Mimi from the Drew Carey Show.
You know what? Every teacher in the 90s loved troll dolls, too. They all had them on their desks.
Also Yondu.
Yeah, also Yondu.
True. Polly Pockets / Mighty Max.
Yeah, loved Mighty Max Polly Pockets. I liked when they came out with the shoes with the little characters in them as well. For whatever reason, I think maybe when you're that little, those little play sets work for you. I was fascinated by those little play sets, the foldable little play sets. Those things were awesome.
Pogs.
Loved Pogs. Never really understood how to play, but loved slamming Pogs.
I didn't understand how to play this or the next one, which I collected a ton of, and that is Pokemon cards.
Oddly enough today, Goo, I still love slamming Pogs. Pokemon cards.
PAWGS.
Pokemon cards, I was...
Don't search the hashtag, guys.
Locked off camera. Pokemon cards I was obsessed with. So much so I got grounded over Pokemon cards way back when.
I think we all have. By the way, that's your funniest joke in 401 episodes. I know that I had to spell it out to the audience, but
I still like Pokemon cards. I don't own any, but I'm still fascinated by Pokemon card collectors.
Sagging your pants.
Yes, but no. I didn't intentionally do it. I think just by virtue, though, most pants people wore in the 90s were kind of saggy.
Yeah. Now, I never really had like the super baggy pants, but like a lame-o that I was, what I would do to make my pants look baggy is I would get extra long legs. I was a fucking loser,
so you could trip over them.
Yep. Your love for boy bands, Spice Girls, or Teeny Boppers?
Loved the Spice Girls. Loved boy bands, still do.
Yeah.
Those boy bands of that era bring you right back to 2001, right back to 1999. Still absolute smash hits from those bands. And we got Justin Timberlake out of it all. So credit to the boy bands.
The Macarena.
Oh yeah, big Macarena guy. Circa 1996, couldn't get me off the Macarena. How many memories do you have of being at a birthday party at the Wallex on roller skates doing the Macarena?
I remember being in second grade and my entire class would do it like once a week.
All right, folks, it's Thursday Macarena hour. Just Macarena.
My favorite Macarena memory now is the video.
Hashtag
Macarena memory. Is the video from the DNC of all of the politicians doing the Macarena. Which then gets back to one of my favorite clips on the internet, which does not get enough burn. And that is Hillary Clinton going, "You guys heard of this Pokemon Go? Well, let's Pokemon go to the polls."
Was the 90s the best decade?
Yes, you're asking the right person for that, but yes.
Like objectively, though, it was the last decade where we weren't poisoned by the internet, but we also had enough information exchange that people were wilding out and we were able to record all of it.
It was the last decade where pogs were thin. Yeah, I know. Tickle Me Elmo.
Never dabbled. My little sister had one, though. At the year that came out, there were fisticuffs all over the world for Tickle Me Elmos.
Bowl haircuts.
No, never did.
As a middle child, as the second boy of a household, as a child, as a younger child, I would get the same haircut as my father, so a mullet. And then as I got older, I would get the same haircut as my brother, so a bowl cut.
Felt like that was a kind of school staple, was a bowl cut.
Oh, absolutely. And then finally, puka shells.
No, I've never really been a jewelry, necklace, bracelet, watch sort of guy. So definitely wasn't going to wear a puka shell necklace.
Oh, you know what I did have, though? Shark tooth.
Oh, that's worse. That is
You didn't have a shark tooth necklace?
No. I had a little
I feel bad for you.
I had a gold chain with a cross on it way back when I pretended
Oh,
God
you're
was
the
a thing.
only one, Mac?
That's what
you're
I'm saying.
the only kid who had a fucking gold chain with a cross on it?
I think that's the only jewelry I've ever worn. And then I think it got stolen. So there you go.
Do you consider a shark tooth jewelry?
Yeah, it's a necklace.
It's not jewelry, though.
What would you call it?
I'd call it badass. Someone you don't want to mess with. That's what I would call it.
It makes me think, and this is in part because of Dork's episode last week, of Paul Rudd's character and forgetting Sarah Marshall.
You talk like you're from London.